the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always an instant classic. Hey! I want to punch Jim Cornette in the face repeatedly until he bleeds because he's stupid. Contact! Okay, I got you. I'm coming in hot. You know, I'm going to hit that Big E spear. We'll see you on the flippity flippity. Oh, yeah.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast with the theme music still playing, baby. We still going. We're still working with the new intro. Just create a new intro. I hope you kind of liked it. It had a weird little echo right now. Still has a weird little echo right now. I don't know what it is. Can't deal with it. I hope you kind of liked it.
Yeah.
It had a weird little. Is it me? It's definitely me. Echo right now. I know what it is. I know what it is. I do. I found it. I was playing the preview. You want to try this again? I feel weird now. We have one viewer right now, so I don't know. I don't know if I think we should just wing it. We should just go with it. I muted you, by the way, because I thought it was you and I was scared. And then anyway, I had the preview playing, so it always, that's the classical instant. Okay, real quick. Please leave a comment. Tell me what the intro was like with the weird echo that was happening. I will do better next time. But let's get into TNA Lockdown. That's how you start a video with all the craziness and whatnot. Let's get into TNA Lockdown. 2016 just happened on Tuesday, the 23rd of February. February is almost over, and it is crazy. But we started out with Beer Money versus EY and Bram in 6 Sides of Steel. And Beer Money would take this fight to the ramp really, really early. The Storm, he would use the beer on Bram because why not? They also got a new Boozer Cruiser Cam, which was nice. The fight would go into the cage when Bram and EY just happened to have control. The fight would kind of trickle down and into the cage. Rube would end up fighting off both men as the numbers game would get him early on. Nice little diving lung blower by James Storm. Fun tag team work, even though it was in a cage. I thought it was still, they still used, their tag team abilities pretty well. And then the Hurricane Rana into the big splash for 2. Then the DWI on Bram for the win by Beer Money. That was a lot going on in one, in a quick moment. But this match was pretty good. I liked it. I thought it was it was definitely, new and fresh and refreshing to see see a match to start the show instead of a promo. So, any thoughts on this match or the intro that just happened? Any thoughts on any of those things?
I mean, we're gonna have to work on the intro. Maybe see if there's a way we can edit it into the video afterwards in post.
I mean, how do you think we get these funny moments?
I mean, true. But you would think, you're going to school for this, you would know how to, yeah. But anyway, no, it's cool. It's cool, man. It's cool.
I don't specialize in Google Plus though. That's the issue.
I don't think anyone specializes in Google Plus. Google doesn't even specialize in Google Plus. Before I get into the match, I was watching the intro, this one and the original one that we posted on the YouTube account, and I don't know why. I don't know if you feel this way, but it seems like so long ago we had that interview with the Extra Guys, and it was only 2 months ago. That seems like it was so long ago for some reason. But anyway, I like this match. It's definitely a good match to open the show with. The show in general, I wasn't too impressed with. I don't know if I expected more because it is supposed to be sort of their Impact themed pay-per-view, whatever. which they don't really care much about anymore, unfortunately. But I just felt like there should have been more. There was so much buildup, and I don't think they hit the mark quite in all the matches. There were definitely good matches, though. This one was definitely a good match. I know we've been talking about it in the whole build-up with Beer Money and EY being originals. They've worked with each other for so long. They've known each other for so long. So obviously they put on a good match. And then you put Bram in there too, and he's just it felt like this match was felt like it had good build-up, and it was fitting that it was in a cage. I feel like sometimes tag team matches in cages aren't generally a good idea, just because it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't feel like a tag team match because it's forced to be a tornado tag team style match. You can't really, tag in and out with a cage, just because it's so close to the ropes. You can't really be on the apron. But this one, they worked well together. They got their tag team moves in, so you kind of got to see everything. And I hope this isn't the end of this feud. I feel like they could do a lot more with this. And I don't know what else they're going to really do with these teams at this point. But it was definitely a good match to open up the show.
I agree. I definitely liked it. It made a lot of sense. But we go backstage, and poor Madison Rayne. Poor Madison Rayne. Something that happened to her knee, and they didn't give us any details because they didn't know. We didn't know. I think she just tripped and she was trying to blame somebody else. She just had a bad fall. There was some steps right there. I saw them. She fell right down them, and she was trying to not look as embarrassing as she did. I think that's what it was. Then EC3 would come out and cut a promo, and he would call out Spud, and Spud says he will always do what's right. He says tonight is where payback gets made. Hardy comes out and says that Spud's life will never be the same if he gets involved in this match tonight. And he says that EC3 tonight will be the most embarrassing night of your career. Then we go backstage with Weird Guy, formerly known as Jimmy Havoc, weird guy who really wants Rosemary. He says he won't forget Rosemary. He says, talking to the Decay, crazy Stephen Abyss in the Decay, talking about you don't really know what we've done together. Rosemary is really dangerous, and he brings that side out of her, and he's gonna get her back. Any thoughts on any of those things?
You said like 18 things in like.
Okay, it was the Rosemary. It was the Rosemary thing. When Jimmy Havoc was talking about Rosemary, and then it was EC3's promo or Madison Rayne getting hurt.
All right. Well, first of all, we're gonna start off with Madison Rayne. I couldn't help but think, the last time that we saw Angelina Love, she was in a similar situation where she got attacked and then she got pregnant. This is what happens with the beautiful people. When they get attacked, they get pregnant. I don't know how it works. I don't understand the science of it, but Madison Rayne, she's going to have a baby soon. I guarantee it. And I liked the Jimmy Havoc segment, though. He, from the first time we saw him, I think it was 2 weeks ago, I was intrigued. So I actually looked him up a little bit online. I saw a couple of his matches in indie promotions, he looks pretty good in the ring. I like his character. So I'm excited to see what they do with him. I'm excited to actually see him in the ring. I'm, excited to see what they do with him and the Decay. And then Spud. Yeah, Spud.
Next, we got Tigre Uno versus Trevor Lee for the X Division Championship in 6 Sides of Steel. I'm gonna give you this match.
How many times are they gonna have this match? This is the third time they've had this match. How many rematches does Tigre Uno get? I mean, like WWE, like you have to fight and claw for a rematch. TNA, they'll give you like 15. But I like this match. It was, for some reason, Tigre Uno looks better in these last two matches than he did, you know, the first match where he lost the title. I don't know what it is. And I thought, you know,
you can't look good and lose.
Oh, you can look good and lose. You can look good. Sami Callihan, he looks good when he loses.
That's why John Cena never loses, because he can't look good when he loses.
He can't look good when he wins. But anyway, we're not going to go off on a Cena rant. We're not. I definitely like this match. I like, you know, Helms kind of being Trevor Lee's sort of Paul Heyman. Yeah, sort of. The only thing I didn't like, and I'm probably the only one that noticed this, is they were calling him, what was it? Shane or GS Helms or something. They were calling him like GS Helms, and I was like, no, they were calling him GS Helms, like Gregory Shane Helms. They were calling him GS Helms, and I'm like, please tell me they're not going to try to do a Michael P.S. Hayes thing, because that would upset me very much. Please don't. I definitely like this match. I'm kind of curious what they're going to do with Trevor Lee after this feud, because I feel like they're building something up with him and Helms. I'm just kind of curious what they're going to do with it. And then, you know, Tigre Uno, he Tigre lost dos. Oh, no, Treso. Tigre Uno lost Treso. I know it's not Treso, but I had to. It would be Trace, but that was your friendly Spanish lesson from the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast.
Anyway, this match was pretty good. I liked it. I agree with you, though. I felt like, you know, we've seen this match so much. You know, it's a good match, but we've seen it. I just thought it was weird that it was Tigre Uno going up against him again. I thought they would like kind of have like a multi-man match or something, just because we don't really have a contender right now. So I was kind of surprised that Tigre Uno got another shot. I'm still wondering what's up with his shoulder, because he still has it wrapped, which is weird. I'm still wondering about that. But love the crossbody from the top. I thought that was freaking cool. That was epic. From the top of the cage by Tigre Uno. I thought it was real cool and real epic. And I still love the Fisherman Buster. I like it a lot. I'm hoping they still hoping they do some storylines with this stuff, though, especially with these other titles. You don't see it as much with the other titles, and I want to see some storylines. That's what I want to see. But next we go backstage with Maria, and you know, she's talking about how Gail Kim needs a leader, and Gail Kim comes back and says, well, why don't you lead by example and come fight with us tonight? And then Jimmy Havoc does end up finding Rosemary. He gives her a gift. I think it was like an old mask he used to wear, something like that. Any thoughts on Rosemary getting a gift from secret lover that's not necessarily a secret anymore? Or Maria and Gail Kim, that whole situation?
The entire show, I thought the Maria thing was weird because, Gail Kim's telling her to join them and, fight the good fight or whatever. And I'm like, but she's clearly a heel. This doesn't make sense. She is clearly a heel. What? Why? It was weird to me the whole time. And then that match was just, I don't know, but we'll get to that. Again, I like the Jimmy Havoc, storyline that they're building up here. It's making me more intrigued about it. Like, learning more about their history and, kind of seeing what just what they do with this storyline. I feel like they could do a lot of really cool things with this that, and we almost heard Crazy Steve talk. We got a hum out of him, which is close to saying words. He's going to be saying some words soon, and I'm excited. Jamaican accent's coming out. I swear it's going to be Jamaican.
Alrighty. Since you didn't like this match, I'm gonna give you this match first. The Dollhouse versus Gail Kim and Velvet Sky, and maybe Maria, perhaps before the match. Maybe Maria. I'm gonna let you have this match because you don't like it.
Nah, you can have this match. You take it. You take it because this is your show. This is your thing. So you take it.
Because apparently he didn't take notes on it. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. But Jade and Gail Kim start the match. The double kick would end up taking them down. This match was hard hitting, especially like the first part of this match was Jade and Gail Kim. It felt like it was really like aggressive and hard hitting when they were in the ring together. It was kind of nice to see that the numbers game doesn't always work because even when Kim didn't have the numbers game was against her, it still felt like she kind of held her own. Rebel was kicking everybody. I think she might have caught like the edge of my lip or something. While she was kicking people because she caught everybody with a kick. Jade hit herself with a kendo stick, which was funny. Maria comes out, and she says, "Psych." I'm not going in there. She does have, actual ring gear she brought with her. So, maybe that's just foreshadowing that she's going to get in the ring at some time soon. Gail gets thrown into a trash can lid in the corner. I thought it was a pretty nice little trash can lid shot. The flapjack from the top turnbuckle. Shout out for Jade for taking that right on her face. I don't think she used her hands to block it. She just like ate the mat. She was just like, "Come here, Matt. Let me get a piece of that." Marty was hitting everybody with the bacon sheet. Loved the eat the feet off the kendo stick reversal. Thought it was really cool. And Jade would hit the package pile driver for the win. I was wondering about this because I thought Gail Kim and Velvet Sky were going to end up getting the win just regardless. But I think they're still trying to build the Dollhouse as like this powerful female faction. And, maybe even trying to show that they don't necessarily need a leader. I don't think they're going to ever tell us why Awesome Kong left. As far as like if you don't keep up with backstage news and stuff, I don't think they're gonna ever say anything about that. So I don't know. I like this match. I didn't think it was as stiff as I thought it was gonna be. Like I thought there was gonna be it was gonna be a little bit more stiff. They did change the lethal lockdown a little bit on me in this match. They didn't have the roof with the weapons on it. It was just on the side and you could use them whenever. I didn't really like that, but I thought for the match it was pretty good. It was the first one too, so I'm not not really surprised that it wasn't as good as maybe I would have thought it was going to be. But I mean, for the spots they took, I didn't think it was bad. Casey, now that I have given you all the details you need, any thoughts?
No, I had the details. I just could have been an awesome match. I mean, it was, but first of all, I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one who felt like this, but it's a pretty racist beginning. Start off with the two Asians. Wow.
And then you got that comparison between Gail Kim and Jade from Pope. I'm just saying.
I mean, I'm sure a lot of people was like, which one's Jade and which one's Gail Kim because they racist. I think all Asians look alike.
I think that's more racist than
anyway,
starting the match. Maybe because they're the two most talented females on the. Anyway,
I mean they are. Granted, they are, but Rebel. I found out Rebel tonight runs weird, and so does Maria. For some reason, they run weird. I don't know why, but they do.
Are you gonna say they run like girls?
No, they just run weird. I don't like. It was just weird. I don't know, but I did like the weapon spots. They were very impressive. You wouldn't expect. I mean, I guess you kind of would because being a knockouts match, you don't I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, it's gonna be a pillow fight and blah blah blah, and they want to really impress people and show them that they're not just dolls and stuff. Dollhouse. So they did some really impressive hardcore spots, with the trash can and the chair and everything. I was impressed. And the end, I don't know if you felt like this. I know, you were talking about how maybe they're showing that the dollhouse doesn't need a leader. But I almost felt like Jade, they were pushing towards Jade being the leader. It just felt like, she had that leadership role at the end there. I don't know, but that could be, something that, I mean, because, she is one of the only two remaining original, Dollhouse members. So, but it wasn't a bad match. I just felt like it was weird that it didn't have a roof or anything. For all the matches, I felt like there should have been a roof or something, but I don't know why they didn't do that. Maybe they had to sell the roof because they didn't have enough money.
I know what it was. I know what it was. They said hell a lot of times, so you was thinking hell in a cell. It needs a roof. I get it. They said it multiple times, so I get it. It's easy to get confused like that, and I completely understand, Casey. I do.
Yeah.
But as we go backstage again with EC3 and Kurt Angle just talking about how proud he is of EC3, and EC3 obviously is, thanks, I appreciate it. Then we get a nice little like decay vignette, which is pretty cool. Then Angle would cut a promo. Lashley would come out. He would say Angle's bragging. He would say, that he's not Kurt Angle anymore. He would say, he can't beat that Lashley can beat Angle on his best day. Angle says, you know what, you're making me upset, you're pissing me off, so let's do this right now. Lashley is like, let me take this vest off real quick, just slow. Nah, bruh. And then, Lashley gets out of the ring. Any thoughts on the upcoming, Lashley Angle thing, the upcoming official heel turn of Lashley, I suppose, or the decay vignette, or Angle and EC3? And I know that was a lot, but if someone took notes, it wouldn't be as hard to keep up.
I mean, you ain't gotta take notes when it's all up here. So start off with the awkward, forced segment with EC3 and Kurt Angle. This just felt weird. Like, I could just see the cameraman right before they went on. Okay, EC3, you're going to come down the stairs. Kurt Angle's just going to happen to be at the bottom of the stairs. He was just chilling there. And you're going to have a forced, awkward conversation. That's basically what happened. It just felt really, like, unnatural. I don't know what they were going for there.
Well, Angle was going to the ring, technically.
I mean, but the ring ain't upstairs. It's downstairs.
That's what I'm saying.
But he was going up. He was at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah, well, he was at the bottom
of the stairs.
He's at the bottom of the stairs so he could go to the ring.
Whatever. I did like the new Decay music video for their #1 hit single, Decay. I don't know. It seemed like a music video. Like, it was weird. I don't know. I like it though. I felt like there's a longer version. Maybe they put it on like Instagram or something like that. I want to see the whole version of it. But I like that. I like the stuff that they're doing with the Decay in general. And then I'm not looking forward to the Bobby Lashley Kurt Angle match because
you hate people who have lifted weights more than 200 pounds in their lifetime. Yeah, I get it.
No, partially, but no, because then Kurt Angle's gone, and
he's gonna lose, and then he's gonna leave. Yep.
I mean, we're pretty sure he's gonna go back to WWE, but we're not 100% sure. It's not a guarantee. it is not guaranteed. So I don't know. It's weird anytime anyone retires from a company. So it's something I'm looking forward to, but not really. I'm gonna cry. I will cry.
He's not. But anyway, we got Eli Drake versus O-Dog, and of course, TNA said, you just go out there and you just talk, Eli. You just talk, so catch a little promo before the match. And O-Dog the Great comes out. Drake ends up attacking him from behind as he's running, just running in circles. O-Dog, is trying to escape the cage at one point in this match. He was trying to escape the cage, and he was trying to jump from the top rope to grab the top of the cage instead of like doing some climbing. He just wanted to jump right up there. He was trying to use that agility, that athleticism that O-Dog possesses. I get it. O-Dog was trying to, I guess, get back into the ring, and he fell over the rope, which was funny. This match had me cracking up. You'll get that one in a second. Had me cracking up throughout this match. But Eli Drake would kind of show his anger with he was stomping a mud hole in O-Dog in the corner. Nice electric chair from the second row by O-Dog. I liked it. Goddard's was, trying to help out, but Cheryl would come out to even the odds. Eli Drake would try to, go out of the door, but he would end up getting grabbed by the trunks by O-Dog. And, full booty just showing, as the New Day would say. And I don't know if he just forgot, he didn't feel like the wind or anything, or he was like confused at what was going on, but he just let it show for like another like third of the match. He was just letting the butt show just there, just blur it out. TNA, don't worry about it, just blur it out. So and it was cracking me up. Get it? It was cracking me up. See what I did there? Just because I was like, how do you not notice this or pull your trunks back up? But O-Dog was trying to escape, and Drake would end up grabbing the mask. He would catch him and grab the mask. The mask would come off. O-Dog would fall off of the cage to the floor and end up winning. And oh man, O-Dog or Grado cracks me up every time I watch one of his matches. I don't know what it is, but he's just hilarious to me. Any thoughts on this match? I thought it was it was good, but it had that like comedic value too. But any thoughts on this match? I'm sure you feel the exact opposite because that's just what you do. Yes.
Well, let me talk to you. O-Dog is not Grado. I don't know why people keep saying or thinking he is.
But the mask came off. And he didn't cover his face for a solid 10 seconds.
I mean, yeah. So, some people look like other people. Maybe he has a twin. You don't know that. He didn't say that in his documentary. Maybe he has a twin. That was probably his twin. O-Dog is Grado's twin. That does not mean that he does not deserve a chance to wrestle for Impact Wrestling. Just because Grado got fired doesn't mean he does. Come on now. I did love when O-Dog was trying to climb out of the cage right in front of the door that he could have just gone out, but he's still trying to, climb the cage. I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I just have to say, normally I would not be happy that I was not at a TNA show, but I was happy I was not at this show live. Way too much Eli Drake ass. Way too much. Like, way too much. No. Too much. It was.
I mean, what do you think happened there? Like, did he forget, or like maybe he just used to having his butt out, and then like when he has the trunks, it gets uncomfortable or something. I'm not sure.
I mean, maybe his trunks are made out of like a real light material, so he doesn't notice that they now. He likes that wind. He likes to be cool down there. Again, that's why when Billy Gunn was wearing the shorts as a referee, because it gets wind in there, it gets cool. So he's just used to the coolness with the trunks. So he didn't even. I don't know. It was way too much ass. Too much ass. WWE would have fired him.
All right. Abyss would approach Jimmy Havoc, and Havoc would talk about how Rosemary made him great, and then Decay would end up taking him out because they ain't having that. They ain't having that, and then he would get the mask thrown back at him. And then Grado would try to prove his point, but he would get thrown out. Any thoughts on Grado getting thrown out, which is unfortunate, and the attack on Jimmy Havoc?
I mean, again, I'm just excited for this feud with Jimmy Havoc. I want to know if they're gonna, just have like handicap matches, or like, is he gonna have a special, partner that's gonna come in, or what's going on with this? I'm excited. And Odar should not have been kicked out just because his twin brother Grado got fired does not mean he should get kicked out. Okay, and it's just it's wrong. It's wrong. It's just.
All right. All right, we got a Mike Bennett promo. It was kind of like unique to him on Drew Galloway. And he says, remember, he says, you guys are going to remember. Do you believe in miracles? Yes, we do. I like this because it was like unique. It wasn't just like him, like, sitting in front of a door in the corner of the room getting taped and talking about Drew Galloway. So any thoughts on this promo?
Not really. No. What promo again? I was Googling something.
The Mike Bennett promo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Mike Bennett. Yeah, no, I don't have anything to say about that. I'm still upset that, Odarg was unrightfully kicked out of an arena by the Harris brothers, by the way, if anyone didn't notice that. It's the Harris brothers. It's just not cool. It's not cool. I mean, they're twins too. They should understand the pain of, being falsely accused of being your brother when you're not. But anyway, we're gonna move on.
Alrighty, and now we are here at the main event of the evening: EC3 versus Matt Hardy for the TNA World Championship. This was pretty much a fight from the very beginning. Tyrus was throwing in chairs. Also, we got the little, approaching the ramp type of a thing, which was pretty cool too. But before the entrances, Tyrus was throwing in chairs. Hardy gets thrown into a chair in the corner. Hardy starts to come back with side effects after EC3 had a little control. EC3 is about to go out the door, but Tyrus stands in the way. EC3 gives him the big old FU, and not that former John Cena move, but the middle fingers. And then he takes out Tyrus. Tyrus would then try to lock up EC3 in the corner, but EC3 would lock him up, leaving him stranded. Would start laying in the chair shots on Tyrus. Twist of Fate by Hardy for 2. Twist of Fate in the chair by Hardy for 2. Both men start to crawl for the door, beating up each other on the way. Rebby will come out with the hammer, and then Spud would come out. He would take the hammer from her and throw it, and probably hit some little kid in the front row. And he would like cheer EC3 on to get out of the cage. Come on, EC3, you got this. Get out of the cage. And EC3 would get close to out of the cage, and Spud would hit him with the cage door, and Matt would climb out. And then at the end, Spud would end up concertoing EC3 on the stairs. This was a good match. I definitely liked it. It was physical, as it should be. I'm wondering, is this the end of this feud, and is there going to be a feud between EC3 and Spud now, giving Drew Galloway a chance to maybe come up to the title picture or something like that? But I like this match. I thought it was really good. The Spud turn wasn't as surprising. Because I already knew about it beforehand, but I thought it was a good turn nonetheless. Anytime you add a concerto in there, it's always an interesting turn. And Spud, would mob up the ramp. I always do the right thing. But Casey, any thoughts on the main event of the evening?
Yeah. I thought it was a really good match. I loved EC3 flipping Tyrus the Bird. That was just awesome. I was like, Stone Cold, Stone Cold. Oh wait, no, EC3, EC3. I was waiting for the Steve Weisers and stunners and everything. I was waiting for it. And I love the Spud turn. I'm excited to actually see a real heel Spud, not the assistant heel Spud, like an actual heel Spud. I love the concerto on the steps. It just, the angle makes it look so devastating, even though it just kind of hits the steps. But it was just a really good turn, even though I also knew, because somebody texted me because he found out about a spoiler and he was like, Spud turn! And I'm not going to say who it was, but he had.
It was obviously Justin, Human Spoiler Machine.
It was the other human spoiler machine, the one who gets spoiled by the human spoiler machine and then spoils it for me. But I'm just excited to see what they do. If he does have a feud with Spud, it would, they've already had a feud, but it would kind of be a flipped feud where, EC3 is more of the face and Spud is the heel. So I'm just excited to see what they do with this. And I hope that kid is okay that obviously probably got hit by the hammer.
I was actually thinking Spud was going to hit, like, he was going to take the hammer out of Rebby's hand and then hit EC3 with it. That's what I was thinking, but.
Well, that's what confused me, because I was like, why did you knock it out of her hand if you're just going to attack him what?
But there is your TNA review for Lockdown 2016. I find it funny that Casey said he didn't like the show, and then I didn't hear not one match that was bad from him. But anyway,
they were good, but they could have been better. Like, it didn't seem like a pay-per-view. It didn't feel like a pay-per-view. It just felt like Impact with a cage, which is what it was. But
I agree. I agree with that. What do you think they could do to like make it feel like a pay-per-view? Because I mean, either way, if you're watching it on Tuesday, I mean, the only thing they could do is extend it by an hour just for that one particular show. But I don't really know. I mean, they could change their ring aprons, but we really didn't see the ring aprons because of the cage tonight. I don't really know what they could do to kind of make it feel, like a pay-per-view, because you still feel like it's an Impact because it's 2 hours, it's on Pop TV. And whatnot. It's not live per se, but anything you think they could do since, you have so many complaints, anything you think they could do?
Use Jeremy Borash more. Maybe.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like, announce in the beginning, welcome to Lockdown 2016, blah, blah, blah. Like, I mean, they're TNA. If they have all the money that is rumored that they have from Rabbit, use it to make a big show. Like, do something special. Make us want to tune into your Impact-themed pay-per-view. Because if you're not going to make it anything, if you're not going to make it any more special than a normal Impact, what's the point of me really, dedicating time to tune into it if, I don't know, even, Raw, if there's a special show, they make it feel special, even though, it's still Raw. But, I mean, Shane McMahon came back.
But technically,
you need no.
but technically you did dedicate your time to watching it. But anyway,
I mean, that
so
was the podcast. That was just for the podcast. For you, viewer, right now who's watching, if you're still there, you probably left like 20 minutes ago.
he left when we failed on the intro. That's what it was. but but we will try again with this intro next time, and I will try not to be previewing the video while we're doing it. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't already, I promise it'll be better next time. I promise. If you want to see more content from us, we do a lot of stuff. So be sure to check us out. Leave us a like if you like. I would say share this video, but the intro to this video just it threw me off a little bit. So tell me you shared it, but you don't have to. No, share the video. Share the video, and we will see you guys very much on the later side of things. Peace.
On the flippity dippity.